Hey, Ray Halbrook here with Livestream STL. We're here with Coach Zach Bone. Coach, 4 out of 6 over the week, and put you in here in the sub-regional as the number 2 seed. Take us through this past week.
Well, we needed every one of them, Ray. You know, a lot of baseball, a lot of makeup. The weather has not been kind to us this year. So had, 6 region games in a 3-day span, with a multitude of circumstances. But, overall, I thought our guys responded well. It's obviously a lot of baseball. You're playing 16 innings in a day. So, if my math is correct, I was a general studies major, but I'm pretty sure that's 48 innings over a 3-day
That's
period.
a lot of innings.
And it's a lot of baseball. So, certainly hats off to our pitching staff who, guys really responded well and gave us some good outings. And also the offense, pretty offensive 3-day set for us. So, needed every one of them. Ended up 17-9 in Region 16, good enough for the 2 seed, and we'll host a really good State Fair team today.
There you go. When State Fair comes in, it's all do or die at this point. Even though you got to take 2 out of 3 here, keys to staying sharp just for this particular series, Coach.
Well, I think for us, it's everything starts on the mound. For every team at every level. So, certainly being efficient on the mound when you start getting into a condensed series like this, I think it's essential that, you're able to keep it as efficient as you can. Hopefully the count stays down. Jacob Retchen goes for us in Game 1. He's had a tremendous year. So, feel good about the effort that he'll give us. And obviously we got some guys we like behind him. So, ideally he'll give us some length on the front end, and we'll see where we're at towards the backside. So, certainly starts there. Offensive, I think it's staying within our plan and our approach and what we're trying to do offensively. I think this time of year, guys, can get into some hero ball every now and then. Everybody wants to do make the big play, get the big hit, which I can appreciate. But I think so much of that comes, especially offensively, taking what the pitcher and the defense is going to give you. The ability to extend at bats and really get what you're looking for. So, if we can do those things, we take the available bases that are out there, and then we play clean defensively. We'll take our chances against anybody.
Jacob Retchen, Game 1, Cannon Carr, Game 2. And those basically your top 2 pitchers that you've seen all this season?
Well, I think there's certainly 2 guys who have really given us a chance every time they've gotten out. I don't necessarily want to get into who the quote unquote best 2 guys are, because we have a lot of guys we feel like give us a chance to win. But those 2 will start today. You'll see some other guys. Jared Hughes, who has had one of the best statistical seasons in memory for me on the mound. Cannon Nesledge, Dalen Stewart, Luke Nichols, guys we feel good about. Dylan Tate, Ethan Schmidt, Griffin Cato, Cale Wilson, guys that we think are going to come in, hopefully in the back end of the game and fill up the strike zone. And, it's sort of a cliche, but, you have to come out of the pen throwing strikes. We feel good about the guys we have in the position to do that.
Absolutely. Well, good luck to you, sir.
I appreciate that, Ray.
We hope
Thank you.
to see you here in Joplin next week.
I certainly hope so. Thank you.
There you go. Coach Zach Bone from the Jefferson Vikings.
Logan Miller leading off game number 2, already in the hole. Whoop, now make that 1-1. Started off 0-1. Cannon Carr on the hill for the Jefferson Vikings, 5-2 on the year. 62 Ks to 21 walks, 45-plus innings, 2-1 now is the count, coming in with a 3.94 ERA.
Get the lineup here after this at bat here, Matt.
We'll do that just a second here. Cannon Carr comes set. Boone Chevy behind the dish today, wearing the number 1 spot. There's a foul out to right. We'll set up at least the defense for you for the Jefferson Vikings right now.
Oh, he made a catch.
Oh, okay. Well, it went out of my line of sight. Riker Harrington brings that one down, so that will be out number 1. So that is a fly out, and it will bring up right fielder Devin Wright. So your outfielders from left to right, Matashek, Servo, and Harrington. Infield, Ott, Gray, Sherman, and Shanahan at first, Chevy behind the dish, Cannon Carr on the hill. Steps out, takes it right down the middle. That is number 8, Devin Wright. Finish up the rest of the lineup. Batting third, Carter Jenkins. In the cleanup spot, Sam Russo. Followed by Webb, John Greenwood, Conlon Downey, Bennett Thacker behind the dish once again, and Brian Rattone seeing his first action today over at second base. Quickly 0-2, and we're seeing the wash, rinse, repeat like we saw in the first game with Mr. Retchen, who only faced 1 over the minimum, Mr. Ray. There's a shot out to left, and that is going to be handled on the run by Matashek. Nice over-the-shoulder catch by Jack Matashek, and just like in the first game, 2 outs, both made by different outfielders, so this should be an out to the center fielder now to get out of it. That'll bring up the first baseman, the number 3 hitter, number 17, Carter Jenkins. Mr. Jenkins in that first game went 0 for 2, much like everybody else except for Thacker. The Thacker whacker went 1 for 1, had the only hit of the game, and was their only base runner. As once again, Retchen, 5 innings pitched, faced that only batter over the minimum. And as I was told, only 55 pitches, Mr. Hallberg.
Yeah. He could technically come back in today if he wanted to.
Technically. But I think in that interview with Mr. Bone, he indicated he might be throwing a few more out there, and no need to burn his wick on that candle any more than what you need to.
That's true.
And quickly 1-2 with 2 outs. Here's Cannon. Whack right back up the middle. Get out of the way of that one, but it goes all the way out to the outfield. Took a hop on Servo, who reached up a la Kevin Mitchell on that barehanded foul ball and just fielded it. But so there goes the perfect game and the no-hitter by Carter Jenkins. That'll bring up Sam Russo, the left fielder, cleanup hitter, number 2. Lefty. Once again with 2 outs here at Dave Osterfield in Jefferson College, Hillsboro, Missouri. Matt Bates and Ray Hallbrook here with you today. Game number 2. As
the ball got away. Ball gets away, and he's in at second base on the wild throw there.
Well, getting runners on base. They didn't have many of them on in the first, so maybe that's what coaches decided to do in this game. If we get anybody on, Coach Judd Kendall says let's start moving runners around, creating a little havoc, and already have a guy at second. That was the farthest any road runner has gotten in the game. But Carr can just take care of business right here with Mr. Russo. Fouls that one away. But yeah, the vantage point I have got this little beam right here in front of me, so if it goes off to the right, it's a little dicey. So I thank you for the help on that play down the line as well.
You got your right field line there. It's your right field 6.
So you got my 9.
You got the 9.
You got my 9.
There you go.
Here's the next from Carr, down and in. Blocked by Chevy, throw down to third. Just a little high and outside on the throw down, and so that'll probably go as a wild pitch. Chevy, solid throw down to third. Almost had him on that, but now you can really just kind of pitch and just come after the batter. Does give him a look, but
agree with you there, Mr. Bates.
Not saying it's always the best thing to happen, but it's not really the worst thing. You get the guy over to third. That way, you know, when you're trying to look back over your shoulder at second, back over your shoulder at first, this way it's almost like it's like the flip of the script of like the lefty pitching with a runner on at first. You give him a little look, come set, but it's nothing high pressure. There's a shot to the second baseman right there, and that is Hunter Sherman. On over to Jack Shanahan, so nothing comes of it as that'll go 4-3, and no runs on 1 hit. We head to the bottom of the first. This is Vikings baseball on Livestream STL.
Drives the baseline. Shots no good. Rebounds put up and down. Lee from 10. No good. Rebound. Takes it from 18. Count it, Monty Vogel. Good shot. Wayne for 3. Count it. All alone, Alfonso Cotton puts it down. And we're tied.
We're back. You ready?
Health Facilities Rehab for physical, occupational, and speech therapy, sports medicine, industrial medicine, aquatic therapy, and women's health. Located in Sykeston at 1102 Sykes Avenue, give them a call at 573-471-5755 or in Portageville at 301B East 1st Street at 573-379-2833. Check their website out at hfrehab.com.
Leading off for the Vikings will be number 29, Joe Servo. He'll be followed by Colby Ott, Cole Ian Tomasi, Jack Matashek, Heston Gray, Riker Harrington, Boone Chevy, Jack Shanahan, and Hunter Sherman. For your defensive lineman for the State Fair Roadrunners, out in left field will be Sam Russo, Logan Miller in center, Devin Wright in right. Infield, third to first, Downey, Adam Webb, Brian Rattone, Carter Jenkins. Behind the plate, Bennett Thacker, and on the hill, Zach Buchenschulte, 2-2, 4.81 ERA, 55 strikeouts to 16 walks. And Mr. Servo up the plate, promptly smashes the first pitch, knocks off the pitcher's hat, says we're going to make up for lost time after that first game there. And after Servo went 0 for 4 and everybody else got in on the fun, first pitch single right off the bat, and that's going to bring in Colby Ott, who had a very busy game number one, went 2 for 2, 2 walks, 3 runs scored. Throw over, nothing doing. Once again on the hill, Zach Buchenschulte.
What a name.
I'm telling you right now. Should be like 4 vowels and 14 letters. Out on the black, and Colby says, no, I don't think so. Ref says, yeah, I believe so. I know you're batting, 315 plus with almost a 500 slugging. There's a curveball, couldn't break that in enough. Ott backs out of that, 2-1. Here's Buchenschulte, comes set. Moves that breaking ball to the outside, and actually it's 1-2 now. To the number 2 hitter, number 6, Colby Ott. And once again, want to thank everybody over at Case and Bucks. Trying to get a lot of pregame stuff in here real quick. Just winging it over at Case and Bucks with our watch party, Jeff Fitter. Thank you. There's a foul down the right field line, and that one is definitely out of play. Pizza, wings, half-pound burgers, cold drinks. Case and Bucks, Barnhart.com, 636-464-0110, Facebook, Twitter. 7095 Metropolitan Boulevard in Barnhart. Once again, they're open till 1 a.m. tonight. Actually being this morning, and the kitchen's open till 10. Foul straight back in off the hands. Colby does live to fight another pitch here, but 1-2. New ownership over at Case and Bucks, sir.
There is Jeff Fitter, good friend of ours now. We've gotten to know him over the past few weeks here. Hopefully he likes what he sees with us over here at Livestream STL. I'm going to try to put a partnership together.
Well, if you're sitting there watching us today, after you flip open that menu and you see like the 25 different appetizers, you get to those burgers, you get to the wings that they're known for.
Ooh.
And Colby just takes that one straight to the shoulder. Umpire's running out, make sure nobody does anything.
Now coming to the plate, the designated hitter, Cole Tomasi.
Great draft selection as well, too, over there.
Right. If you miss game one taken by the Jefferson Vikings 10-0 in 5.
And what about Jacob Retchen?
Oh, my
throwing
gosh.
a one-hitter.
Yeah, unbelievable.
I mean, just when I thought seeing that Windsor game, and this is honestly, Ray, the first time I've done 2 one-hitters. Well, first of all, it was the first one-hitter I'd done in my life. Now to have 2 in 1 year.
Right.
Unbelievable. There's a shot out by Ian Tomasi. That's going to back up to the wall. That's going to stay in the yard after he'd rocketed one out of here in the first game to end it. Goes with that pitch out to right, flies out. Should be the first out of the inning, but it is runners at first and third, and once again, enjoy the music here.
Taking you back, doesn't it?
Jack Smooth Matashek, I'm just telling you right now, if you can't get relaxed stepping into the box with this,
Right.
I mean, that just makes all the problems go away. But right now, first and third, 1 out. Matashek could do some damage right here. And Shaq went 3 for 3 that first game, scored 2 runs. I mean, pretty much everybody got an invite to the party except Servo, who came out first pitch hacking and whacking and making up for lost time from that first game.
And Servo being the leadoff guy, I mean, that's.
So it sets the tone and tempo, doesn't it?
Yeah, it sure does. I mean, it's not Servo-like to not contribute, but we'll see what he does here in game 2.
And once again, coming into the game, they were 9-9 at home. Now they're 10-10. But again, key to the game: home cooking. Take care of business at home. Play like it's the playoffs and pace of play. And we are seeing all of that. Again, State Fair. Now they're 18-32 on the season. Vikings come in now 30-20. There's a grounder up the middle. Matashek brings in 1. He's going to try to go in there to second. Here's the throw, and in there with a double. Little jack attack. He's going to sneak in a double. He's going to bring around Servo, who scores the first run of the ball game, and might be an indication. The fuse was hot. The fuse was lit after game 1 ended, and maybe it's a carryover. So Matashek on with a double. That'll move Ott over to third. That's going to bring in now Heston Gray, the shortstop, who was 1 for 2, 2 runs scored and hit by a pitch in that first game. Takes one up and outside. Buchenschulte looks back at the ump. That is ball 1. So 1 run right now on 2 hits. Runners at second and third for the Vikings. Buchenschulte misses low and outside, goes to 2-0 now. Gray's got a little room to work with now as he could set things up for Riker Harrington, who by all accounts would have been the co-MVP of game number 1. As we'll get to all that he did up at the plate because it's just going to take too long to get through. So that is a 3-0 count to Heston Gray. Takes that one up and in, and that is going to load the bases. Ooh, doctored. Boy, you talk about going from the frying pan into the fryer. So that is the walk. So you got Ott at third, Matashek at second, Gray on over at first, and you bring in Riker Harrington. First pitch to Riker. Taking a ball high. But real quick, Mr. Harrington, 2 for 2, hit a 3-run homer, had 4 RBI. Boy, you talk about dynamite in a small package, boy. He came through. Whew. Boy, he had a cut on that one. That goes straight back. Fence posts out there. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Out here at Dave Osterfield, Matt Bates and Ray Hallbrook here with you. Thank you for tuning in and join us out there. Facebook, YouTube, Mixler, and even out there on the Jefferson College athletics pages as well, too.
It is.
Pull down our streamcasts. Again, the rains have held out. A little overcast, but really Great day out here at the ballpark. Any day is a great day at the ballpark, actually, Ray, even if you get a little drizzle.
Absolutely. Got that
2
little
and
drizzle
1.
just before the game, and I'll tell you what, it knocked down a lot of the dust.
Ball inside. I'm not going to say they're really pitching around Harrington, but I can't blame them if they do, because this isn't like you're playing a game like 3 or 4 days after you've seen a team. This is, 30 minutes ago. He did some damage. And there's one down in, and that is going to be a walk anyway. That seemed to kill them that last game too. There's a bases loaded walk and an RBI. That'll bring in one of the best names in the game, Boone Chevy. So that is, we have a walk, or we have a hit by pitch, a double, and 2 walks. And that is now a 2-0 lead as Mr. Ott comes around to score. So you now have Matashek at third, Gray at second, Harrington at first, and you have Boone Chevy at the dish. Looks at the first one, in tight around the letters. Boone comes in, 275 average, 365 on base, 440 slugging. 25 hits, 10 of them for extra bases, 2 of them dingers. Pokes that one out off to the left. Quickly puts him in the hole, 0-2. Catcher wearing number 1. Sometimes kind of like a pitcher wearing a single digit. One of those little odd things you see every now and then. Chevy takes that high and tight around the letters. Ball up. Still, once again, bases loaded, only 1 out, and the number 7 hitter at the plate. Your catcher, Boone Chevy. Buschenschulte comes set. Here's another. Breaking ball does not get the call on that. Once again, Buschenschulte looking back in at the umpire and want to know, like, how tight did that strike zone get? Either way, 2-2 count. Another one to Chevy. Chevy pokes that one foul, hangs in there. Still, once again, bases loaded. Definitely going to say stressful inning here for starting pitcher, Mr. Zach Buschenschulte, for the State Fair Roadrunners all the way from Sedalia, Missouri, making the trip into town. Chevy gets the ring up on the check swing, and down goes Boone. That is out number 2. When you're wanting to do something productive, that was the last thing you were wanting to do, but that will bring in the first baseman, Jack Shanahan, the number 8 hitter. Shanahan went 0 for 2 with a walk in the first game, so even though, didn't get a hit, he did get on base via the walk. Pitch down in the dirt. Taken for a ball, 1-0. Game number 2 of the Saturday Sub-Regionals right here on Livestream STL. Curveball taken over Shanahan. Going to receive another one here from Mr. Buschenschulte. And he promptly whacks one out to center field. That is back to the wall, and goodbye. Jack Shanahan with a big jack attack hits a grand slam. Clears the bases.
How about that?
Boy, wow. Solid shot on that one. So the 2 walks and the hit by batter have all come around to score this inning. And the big salami by Shanahan right there. There's a ground ball chopper by Sherman and that will go over for out number 3. That'll go 6-3 on 5-3 on the put out, and we head to the top of the second. 6-0 is the score for the Vikings. This is Viking Baseball Live Stream STL.
At Jefferson College, community is an important part of who we are and what we do.
We experience community as it unites us in our work and activities.
We reflect community through an annual day of service as we give back to those we serve.
We feel community knowing we're part of something greater than ourselves.
Our campus community is stronger than ever, and we realize community cannot exist without unity.
Hello, baseball fans. Jeff, Case and Bucks, Jefferson College, good friends, go team. Come hang out, Case and Bucks. We've got the games this weekend in regionals on our TV, not TVs, but on a TV here. Hopefully we'll get a couple more going with some Rokus and some Fire Sticks. Come hang out, have some pizza, have some wings, cheer on your team for a win. See y'all soon.
Hey Dalen, check this out. It says right here, your father and I are second cousins. We're related.
Well, if that's the case, you owe me a graduation present.
Very funny.
At least you can say you're related to an all-conference and all-district baseball player. How does that feel?
I will admit, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Hey Dalen.
Yeah?
At least you could say you're related to a famous sports media person. What's that like?
I wouldn't know. But I do know to watch the Main Street Sports Show on Livestream STL.
The Main Street Sports Show, shining a light in Jefferson County.
Very funny.
Up to the plate, Adam Webb, the shortstop, who in that first game, Mr. Webb went 0 for 2. Again, just like everybody else, but the catcher, Bennett Thacker. Everybody else was an 0-fer, except Bennett Thacker. Carr comes set. There's another one ripped straight to Heston Gray, and a couple pitches, 1 out. Quickly, making work. Efficient. So seeing his first action here in game number 2 is the designated hitter, John Greenwood. Lefty hitter, Mr. Greenwood, 36 hits this year. He has 7 dingers, leads the team in that category with a .526 slugging and a .267 average, but the 49 Ks to go with the 22 walks, so he's not afraid to strike out and try to put a little beef on the bun when he's in there at the dish is number 35, Mr. Greenwood. Carr has the count at 1-1 already with 1 quick out here in the top of the second. Fouls that, and just like that, 1-2.
Yeah, both pitchers pitching extremely well today. In case you missed it, in game number 1, opponents are only batting .259 against the Jefferson Viking pitching staff. So talk about effective efficiency and, you know, letting your infield do the work for you if you are pitching to contact and so inclined to do so. But again, when you look up and down, there are starters here and with the strikeouts to walks as well too. 467 coming into the game. And there's a swing. Boone Chevy, another strikeout, 2-3.
Now coming to the plate, third baseman.
I want to give a big shout out to our athletic director, Bob Deutschman, who's listening to the Mixler app on the way here, back home from, I believe it's Trenton, Missouri, where North Central High School or college is, junior college.
Thank you, Mr. Deutschman. And appreciate everybody tuning in out there on the Mixler as well too. And
ouch.
Well, that'll
Big
hurt,
number
especially with no padding. A few more of those, and it'll be like, you know what, maybe I ought to wear that little shin guard or that little foot guard or quarter of a catcher's shin guard, if you will. Seen different variations of that. One just kind of goes over the shin, one goes down the shin and over the top of the foot, but
At least he's able to walk it off and get back in.
That is the number 7 hitter, Conlon Downey, the third baseman. You know, it's a little thing like that where, you know, like if I'm Chevy as well too, you just kind of take that back to the dugout. Hey, you know what? Just remember the third baseman just took one off his foot. You know, maybe you get a guy like a Colby Ott up next inning, lay one down, make him work on that. Cannon Carr misses out off the dish. Went from 0-2 now to 1-2. 2 outs, though. Number 21, third baseman Conlon Downey. Downey, 0 for 2 in the first game. Deuces wild across the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Once again, Carr, 62 strikeouts on the year coming into here, is not bashful about missing bats, but just like that. 2 strikeouts in the inning, and that goes 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the second. Vikings up top 6-0. This is Vikings Baseball Livestream STL.
Mama's on the Hill, home of the original toasted ravioli. For reservations, gift cards, and banquet and catering inquiries, contact them at 314-776-3100, located at 2132 Edwards in St. Louis, Missouri. Check them out on the web on mamasonthehill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive holiday offers. Opening day for the Hillsboro Farmers Market is May 10th from 3:30 to 6 p.m. located at Hillsboro School, Bridle Ridge Acres. Stop by and check out the vendors. Farm Bureau Nicole Girardi Agency in Hillsboro is proud to support the local farmers and small businesses. Give them a call at 636-797-5800 for any of your insurance needs and let us see how we can help you today.
Office Source is a local independent provider of office equipment with certified technicians that can service your HP, Canon, Kyocera, Brother, and Lexmark machines. We also specialize in furniture design and space planning, along with white glove professional installation. While you're here, choose from over 50,000 items in our general office supply online catalog that will be delivered the next day to your local office throughout the 48 United States. Located in Fenton at 719 Rudder Road, we look forward to working with you. Contact Stacy to get your company set up today.
Back here at Dave Osterfield, Matt Bates, Ray Hallbrook back here with you. That is a 6-0 lead for the Jefferson Vikings. 6 runs on 3 hits, and the big blow was that grand slam by Jack Shanahan. Brought 4 around. Buchenschulte still popping the mitt. We enter in the bottom of the second. Joe Servo, that first game, I was going to say, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he had 4 bats through the first 4 innings.
Got one out there in the dugout. Made everybody go Olay.
keep saying, you know, make sure everybody's got a pulse. 2-1 count. Here's the next. Breaking ball. It plunked Servo right in the back. So again, after not getting on base in the first game, he's been on base now twice with a single and a hit by a pitch, and that's going to bring up Colby Ott, who was hit by a pitch in the first inning, scored the second run of the ball game. But, you know, as I said, you know, pace of play, play like the playoffs, don't mess around, and that's what they're doing right now. 6 runs, put another 4 up, you know, to make sure you get through 5.
Right.
And then, you know, just take care of business. You know, and this is definitely a change of scenery than what we saw in the last series.
Yeah, last series, last weekend, definitely not the way they wanted it to go against a Metropolitan team that only had 6 wins.
I mean, you were clean shaven when that game started.
Yeah, I was gray-headed by the end of that game, both those games. It was a walk fest. It really was.
You know, Buchenschulte, though, to his credit, hasn't been bashful with the rock handed to him today. He's just ran into some tough luck and some untimely pitches. There's another swing and a miss. That makes it 1-2 now on Ott. I mean, granted, you know, the hitting of Ott in that first inning, but, you know, you had the double, you had another walk. You know, and they all come around whenever he makes one bad pitch to Shanahan. There's a foul out of play by Ott.
Do have some activity in the bullpen over here for State Fair. Way off in the sunset down
way
there.
away. That's a few kilometers. Buchenschulte, another one to Colby Ott, and that's hacked out of play. Still 1-2. Tried to see if I could even get a make-out number on that pitching down there, and that is just really far away.
I think I see a 14. That's what I think I see.
You know what? I could agree with that. There's a skyrocket to the first baseman, and he finally camps under it. Does Carter Jenkins.
Now coming to the plate, the designated hitter.
So Mr. Ott makes the first out, and that will bring up the designated hitter, Cole Tomasi, who flied out to right his first time up. But, I mean, fly out. He put the outfielder all the way against the wall. Devin Wright had no more room to work with and was able to make the squeeze on Ian Tomasi on his first at-bat. That is Servo over at first. Gets a look by Buchenschulte.
Do a little dance over there.
Boy, he's got that curveball when he needs it. And Ian Tomasi takes that one at the knees. That's 0-1. Quick throw over. Still nothing doing over there. We are in the bottom of the second. That would be Christian Whiting down there in the bullpen. 1-3 on the season. Has appeared in 11 games, but just seems to be kind of just throwing off and on. Once again, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Another throw over. I don't know if that's just breaking up the monotony with Buchenschulte. It does not appear Servo is going to go anywhere, but when he finally decides to come after Ian Tomasi, a little dicey out in no man's land, and what a snow cone out there by the webmaster.
Wow.
Adam Webb. Boy, he was fighting that. There must be a little breeze up top because that foul ball to the first or that infield fly to the first baseman, you know, Jenkins did a little dance underneath that, and you just saw what happened out there between Webb, Russo, and Miller. As when Webb went to get it, he came back quite a ways. Wait a minute.
Yeah, there's the wind is kind of swirling out to center field, and that's playing some havoc up there in the jet stream.
Matashek coming in. Jay Smooth, 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. A little shaky shake up at the dish. Takes that one down at the knees. Does not like that call at all. Jack Matashek, masher, 1 for 1 already. Smoked a double back in the first inning in his first at bat. Here's the next. Smash to the second baseman, almost ate him up, but he picks that one. Little throw in the dirt over to first, but nonetheless, that will go 4-3, and out goes Jack Matashek. And down go the Vikings as we head to the top of the third. Still a 6-0 lead for the Vikings. This is Viking Baseball Livestream STL.
Jenna Roth, Cedar Hill, Missouri.
Sierra Parker, Imperial, Missouri.
Sarah Roth, Cedar Hill, Missouri. Kaylin Haas, Warrenton, Missouri.
Lindsey Brandt, Lynn, Missouri.
Bailey Willis, Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Tori Henna, Winston, Missouri.
Kayla Richardson, Greenwood, Arkansas. Grace McGinnis, Fenton, Missouri.
Riley Branson, Sullivan, Missouri.
Alexi Sanchez, Howe Springs, Missouri. Sophia Wyrick, Sullivan, Missouri. Jamoyne Bagby, Winslow, Missouri.
Cameron Kessler, Fenton, Missouri.
Sammy Huck, Potosi, Missouri.
Taylor Marler, Park Hills, Missouri.
Hattie Ostermeyer, St. Charles, Missouri. Alexis Finley, Wardsville, Missouri.
Mackenzie Daniels, Camdenton, Missouri.
Mallory Rogers, Jefferson City, Missouri.
I'm Scott Seek, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll create a personalized financial strategy backed by our advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track no matter what happens. Contact me today at 636-937-8081. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Back here with Connor Early, Ryan Lane, Axtetter, Zane Roos, the three amigos up here in the press box. Matt Bates, Ray Hallbrook here with you. From Dave Osterfield, Jefferson College out here in Hillsboro, Missouri. And first pitch of the third inning. Taken high. Here's a curveball that's hammered out to center, and that's going to drop right into the glove of Joe Servo for the first out of the third.
Now batting is the second baseman, number 6, Ryan Retone.
You know, the efficiency has been the key here. 6-run pad here for Cannon Carr. And
keep coming after him. Don't take the foot off the gas.
Yeah, you definitely just keep cruising.
You know, you had a chance last inning to put another run or two up on the board. But I'll tell you what, the starting pitching today is that knocked off a water bottle in a can right there by the field mic.
How about that?
Ray checking out the equipment, making sure no harm, no foul.
Making sure it didn't hit our camera or our microphone.
0-1 count, make that 0-2. To number 6, Brian Ratone, second baseman, seen his first action of this doubleheader. Ratone, the freshman, batting .217. So just come right after him, put him in the book just like that. And we'll flip right back to the top of the lineup with Logan Miller, who flied out to right his first time up. Center fielder Logan Miller once again. Miller back in the first game. Quickly, he was 0 for 2. Once again, Retchen made everybody except Thacker, the catcher, just look silly up there at the plate today. You know, you come in with a game plan and then you face a pitcher that just is effective, and then you see the same thing, like wash, rinse, repeat here in game 2 with Carr. You know, you're seeing it from both sides of the pitching rubber today. You had the lefty in game 1, you got the righty in game 2. And there's a shot right back up the middle and through. So Miller is on base with a hit, and that is the second hit of the game, third hit of the day. You heard me right. State Fair, only 3 hits all day today thus far, but that'll bring in Devin Wright, who hit a screamer out to Matashek, who made an over-the-shoulder catch back in the first. Carr with a runner on.
Balk.
Just, yep. Kind of like what we call one of those unforced errors.
Yeah, you know.
They didn't even have to make a pitch, and now the runner gets a free base on you, moves up. So now that will be Miller out at second. Another ball whacked straight up the middle, and we might have a play at the plate here. Servo comes up throwing. It is cut off at the pitcher's mound, and that is a run scored as that single, the walk, or the move up on the balk comes back by Devin Wright with an RBI single. So first run of the day for the Roadrunners. Now are starting to get a little traction on the base paths. Carter Jenkins up once again, who had a hit his first time up. There's a pitch back to the hit back to the pitcher. Carr underhands over to first, and that does end the threat. 1-3 on the putout, and we will head to the bottom of the third inning. It is still now, it's a 6-1 Viking lead with Vikings baseball on Livestream STL.
The Jefferson County Tourism Commission invites you to explore the natural beauty, fine dining, parks, wineries and breweries, scenic drives, historic sites, and even a local raceway. All this and so much more. All these things can be found right here in Jefferson County, Missouri. Plan your trip today at visitjeffersoncounty.com, the main source for all things Jefferson County.
Glass Blocks of St. Louis is a local family-owned company and employs trained professionals who will provide prompt, courteous, and professional service. We use no subcontractors for our glass block installations. We have a qualified office staff that will assist you from the beginning of your glass block project and trained installers that will complete your project in a timely manner. Serving St. Louis since 1912, call our office for a quote, 314-371-5500. Or visit our offices at 1253 East Road in St. Louis. Glass Blocks of St. Louis.
Once again, it will be Adam Webb to lead off an inning, led off the second. Now he will lead off the fourth. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's Heston Gray. Just projecting to the next inning whenever the Roadrunners come up. Called foreshadowing, actually. First pitch hammered down the line. Long way to go for the outfielder, and that does wind up going foul.
One great big long foul ball, but that was very close to being a home run.
Yeah, some would say just a loud strike. But I will tell you this, gets everybody's attention. Definitely going to put that in the back pocket of things to remember. Steps back in with a 1 count. Here's the next from Busenschulte. He's going to go down and low, even to count 1-1.
And here comes the sun.
Here comes the sun, dootin' doo-doo. Wonder if that'll lead to more runs for the Vikings here, as they're currently the beneficiaries of a 6-1 ball game right now. But you know, does that one run give the Roadrunners a little bit of life, a little bit of hope?
They can kind of breathe a little bit.
But there's a curveball hammered foul.
Totally jumped on that, just pull it foul.
Dosey-dose, 2-2. Nobody out. Wind blowing from left to right. Pretty staunch left to right. But as Ray said, clouds have parted, sun's out. Good to see Mr. Sun once again. But unfortunately for Mr. Gray, that's a backwards K as he goes down looking. So it'll bring in Riker Harrington, who was one of the 4 that scored on the grand slam by Jack Shanahan back in the first, as he walked, and in front of him, Heston Gray had walked. But not to digress, here we are in the bottom of the third and no runners on. Harrington looking for a little ambush right off the hop. Sees the first one that he likes, fouls it off, goes to 0-1. 6 runs on 3 hits. And that'll go off the plate, 1-1. But, you know, when you have a single, a hit by pitch, walk, and a double, and then you had the grand slam, and it looked like we were heading to greener pastures there. A little late on the breaking ball there was Mr. Harrington. I think he was thinking something else and looking for the A train and got the express. And just goes with that one right up the chute, and it goes right through the wickets of the second baseman, Raton. So Raton, the new second baseman for this game, kind of faces the same fate. And looks like they are going to give him a hit on that. So Harrington on with a hit. That's going to bring in your catcher, number 1, Boone Chevy, the 7th place hitter today. Chevy takes high and outside. Starts him off with the ball. And once again, when you just see the flip of the scripts, you know, when you got Retchen and Carr, everybody starting off 0-1 and come over here to the Roadrunner side, and that one gets away from Thacker. So that'll move the runner up on the wild pitch. 2 balls, no strikes, and now just like that, you've got a runner out at second. Chevy can just find a pitch, just drive, get it out of the infield, should be able to tack on another run right here. That would be right on point with what the doctor ordered for the Jefferson Vikings right now at this point. Somehow that might have been a little too high above the letters, but goes to 3-0 to Boone Chevy. Here's the pitch. Takes that on the outside corner. Again, 1 out. 3-1 count now. Runner at second. That is Riker Harrington after Heston Gray led off the inning with a strikeout looking. Here's the next from Buchenschulte. Not so fast, says the man in black behind the dish, as Boone went to toss the stick for ball 4. I think everybody else could agree on that one, except the man in black. Says that is strike 2, so full count to Boone Chevy. Buchenschulte comes set, the pitch. Fouls that one straight back. He was right on that one. Didn't really give Harrington much of a look at second at all on that. You don't really want to run here with 1 out, but I'm telling you right now, he could get a bigger lead there at first. There's a shot by Chevy underneath the glove of Jenkins and around to score. So makes it a moot point, but does bring the runner around, which is Riker Harrington.
Next up is the first baseman, Jack.
Nice job by Boone Chevy at the dish. Working the count, puts the ball in play, brings the run around. So Harrington, 1 for 1 on the day with a single and a walk, has come around to score twice. And here is the man of the hour right now, Jack Shanahan, who has another RBI opportunity with a guy on first if he puts another one over the wall like he did back in the first. When there were 3 Vikings ahead of him and he decided to whack a grand slam and take care of business back in the first, part of a 6-run first for the Vikings, which is now a 7-1 ball game. There's a ball, gets away from Thacker. Back to the backstop. Chevy says, oh, thank you, sir, and I'll head on down to second myself. And looks like we got a little timeout there for a little catcher coming out, and we're going to talk about our good buddy, Mr. Ron Rigdon, over there at Cheap Seats Photography, cheapseatsphoto.com, 314-402-9014. Mr. Ray, he does all of our banners and stuff for us, makes us look good.
Yes, sir. Just talked to him in between innings. Great guy. Where do we get our banners? Right there from Cheap Seats Photography.
So he's snapping pictures today?
He is. He's down in the dugout today.
Getting all the action. But you know what? That's also something that, you know, and there's a walk that was a 3-0 count, walk. You know, he can use those digital photos to make your quality production, those banners, posters. You don't have to worry about.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
I mean, the image quality on the reproduction on your finished product. Might have a sample or two there. You can flip up later on in the game, Mr. Ray. I know.
I was trying to bring it in. Let's see if I can bring it in now.
And there's a late steal over there at third. Looks like that was Boone Chevy swiping a bag over there. Look at the catcher getting after it.
Who says catchers can't steal bases, right?
Smartest guy on the field right now. Hunter Sherman at the dish. So he's got one duck on the pond right there that 90 feet away. He's going to square around a bunt. No dice, takes outside. So 2-0 with one out. Just gets everybody thinking right now. They are starting to take a few steps in on the pitch now. As the count now goes to 2-1. Was going to say it looked like they're going to really look to keep the run off the board, but they are starting to move in on the pitch. Outfield playing straight up. Now that wind's blowing straight out. If you see that flag out in center field, there's a little push bunt. That is going foul. Didn't get the home field roll down the line on that one.
Great idea.
It was a great spot, too.
Mm-hmm. Don't think.
Well, I mean, I guess technically not if it went foul.
Yeah,
but I mean, the idea was right where he put it at. I guess that's more the point. The point is he put it where you needed to, like something like popping it out to the pitcher as you see so often, or just putting it down to where they can make a play on it. But 2-2 is the count. Foul tip just got a piece of it. It goes off the mid of Thacker once again behind the plate. Bennett Thacker. Been a busy, busy man in these 8 innings of play. Here's the next from Buchenschulte. There's a rip straight up the gut, and that is going to be a double play on the line out as Sherman hits into a double play. That'll go 6-3, and that will be a 7-1 Vikings lead. Vikings baseball live stream STL.
Health Facilities Rehab for physical, occupational, and speech therapy, sports medicine, industrial medicine, aquatic therapy, and women's health. Located in Sykeston at 1102 Sykes Avenue, give them a call at 573-471-5755 or in Portageville at 301B East 1st Street at 573-379-2833. Check their website out at hfrehab.com.
Drives the baseline. Shots no good. Rebounds put up and down. Lee from 10. No good rebound. Takes it from 18. Count on Monty Vogel. Good shot. Plays for 3. Count it. All alone, Alfonso Cotton puts it down. And we're tied.
We're back. You ready?
I'm Scott Seek, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll create a personalized financial strategy backed by our advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track no matter what happens. Contact me today at 636-937-8081. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Now the leadoff hitter, Adam Webb, here in the 4th inning for the Roadrunners. And once again, thanks to Jeff Fitter over at Case and Bucks with that watch party today, just winging it over there. CaseandBucksBarnhart.com. He's out there on Facebook, Twitter as well, as the ball's taken outside. 636-464-0110. Pizza, wings, half-pound burgers, drinks. Great tap selection over there. Shot right back up the gut. Carr says, I got this one, and he's going to flip on over to Shanahan over at first, and that's how the 4th inning starts off. That'll bring up John Greenwood. Struck out his first time up, seeing his first action today. Actually, you know what? That was Sam Russo that was up there. So now we go to Webb. There we go. Russo led off. Now we're Adam Webb. Look at that now. Thanks for keeping me straight on that, Mr. Ray.
I got you all covered, buddy.
Cannon misses that one up top. 1-1 is the count, 1 out. 7-1 is the score. Carter tried a little breaking ball, no avail. It'll go inside, 2-1. Thank you to everybody tuning in today on Mixler.com and everybody out there on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Please do that, like, subscribe, and get those notifications from us. And if you're also out there, you can follow us on the Jefferson College Athletics website as well too, and on their Facebook pages. And there's a shout out to Harrington, who makes that for the second out. Now that'll bring up John Greenwood, the lefty, designated hitter. Give my same speech, seeing his first action of the day. He is their leading home run hitter with 7 on the year. Ball goes down in the dirt away from Boone Chevy. Buchanan Carr coming into the game 45 2/3, so call it 46 innings, 4 dingers. So when you're looking at a dinger about every 11 innings, you're keeping the ball in the yard. So I would say this is kind of like your power versus power matchup here. You got Carr, who not bashful about getting the strikeout. You've got Greenwood, not bashful about putting the ball out. Takes a healthy cut on that one and fouls that one off. Come right after him here. 2-1 is the count. 2 outs. Once again, Dave Osterfield here at Jefferson College in Hillsboro, Missouri. Another one down and in, and he fouls it off to the left. We will do it again. Now, deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Comes inside. I was just getting ready to say, I wonder if Carr is going to bear down and try to come in on him, and he sure as did, just like the sun will come up again the next day. Greenwood seems to be opening that stance up a little bit more each time, and so I'd go up the ladder on him or break one off just like that to get the strikeout looking. But nonetheless, no runs, no hits, nobody left on base, and we're going to head to the bottom of the 4th with the Vikings up 7-1. This is Vikings Baseball on Livestream STL.
I think Main and Mill Brewing Company is basically something created on community, created on the idea that local pubs still exist and are a good place to be, not just for somebody looking for a beer, but for a family to come in and grab a bite to eat. The original business model that we had was making sure that we are a family hub. It's something we're proud of. I think the community's proud of it, and hopefully we can continue to make the community proud.
Opening day for the Hillsboro Farmers Market is May 10th from 3:30 to 6 p.m. located at Hillsboro School, Bridle Ridge Acres. Stop by and check out the vendors. Farm Bureau Nicole Girardi Agency in Hillsboro is proud to support the local farmers and small businesses. Give them a call at 636-797-5800 for any of your insurance needs, and let us see how we can help you today.
We go to the bottom of the 4th, and that will be Joe Servo leading off once again. Led off the game, led off the second, now he's leading off the 4th. Buchenschulte still powering through after the 6-run first inning, has somewhat settled back down, has only given up 1 run since. And that was just last inning as the Vikings got 1 run on 2 hits, but still had another walk in there as well, so it's not like they're not getting the traffic on the bases. Down in the dirt goes that one. Bennett Thacker, he's going to need a rub down after this game. He's been blocking balls left and right, and he's just absorbing all kinds of punishment. Been down that road. Schulte loses his hat once again. Servo fouls one back. Maybe it's the breeze now blowing in.
It is a little bit.
Or it seems to go like from blowing in to it's a swirler. It's got to be a swirling wind because it was just the flag was blowing right at us. Now it's blowing out left to right. And reaches out for that one and goes down swinging. 2 lead off the 4th. That'll bring up Colby Ott. Hit by a pitch. Scored though. And then lined out to the second baseman. So officially 0 for 1, but 1 for 2 as he's had 2 plate appearances. Takes that one outside for ball 1. Here's the next from Schulte. Breaks off that curveball when he seems to need to, Ray. 1-1 the count. There's a fly ball out to left, and that will be handled by Sam Russo. So that will bring up to the plate number 27, Cole Iantomasi. Boy, talk about a couple eye charts up at the play here. You got Iantomasi, and then on the hill you got Schulte. Buschenschute. Schulte. There you go. Iantomasi. Grounder to short. Scoop. Flip. Over and done. Go the Vikings 1, 2, 3. As we now head to the bottom of the 4th. It is a 7-1 Vikings lead. This is Vikings Baseball on Livestream STL.
Colby Ott, Festus, Missouri.
Heston Gray, Mansfield, Missouri. Jack Mashak, Kirkwood, Missouri.
Jaden Gegg, St. Jim, Missouri.
Riker Harrington, Republic, Missouri. Trevor Quick, St. Louis, Missouri. Boone Chevy from Springfield, Missouri. Jacob Retchen, Jeff City, Missouri.
Dale Stewart, Woolwood, Missouri.
Jared Hughes, Republic, Missouri.
Luke Nichols, Bell City, Missouri.
Joe Dasho from St. Louis, Missouri.
Hello, baseball fans. Jeff, Case and Bucks, Jefferson College, good friends, go team. Come hang out, Case and Bucks. We've got the games this weekend in regionals on our TV, not TVs, but on a TV here. Hopefully we'll get a couple more going with some Rokus and some Fire Sticks. Come hang out, have some pizza, have some wings, cheer on your team for a win. See y'all soon.
Once again, a big shout out to Jeff Fitter over there at Case and Bucks. Thank you for airing both games today at his place. Case and Bucks just winging it. Unlike that, Matt and Ray back here with you, we're not winging it.
We could wing it afterwards, though.
You're darn right. That is Cannon Carr comes out firing cannonballs for the top of the 5th in a 7-1 ball game. If Vikings can get 4 more runs here, get that 10 runs by the 5th or after, or I guess you can get a couple and you get the 8 after 8, but would rather just take care of business and not give these guys a sniff of any hope.
And so far, so good. Other than that little snafu a couple of innings ago with the balk that led to a run. I mean,
yeah,
Carr's been very efficient.
Yep. And that was time called Carr was wanting to change balls there. So it's a 1-ball, 2-strike count to Conlon Downey, the third baseman today. Fastball up top by Carr. Misses. 2-2. Boy, you really don't want to jinx it, but you don't want to start off this with a leadoff walk. Breaks off the breaking ball and sends him packing. So as I was saying, Carr is going to come out and just take care of business here in the fifth.
Yep.
But that'll bring up Bennett Thacker, who once again in that first game had the only hit, but is 0 for 1 in this game. No batting gloves for the catcher.
Rocking it old school.
There you go. Little John Mabry-like. Weren't many that didn't go without gloves.
Oh, I agree.
Another one misses up top, 2-0. I mean, opponent's only batting .259. Just put a little contact. Whoop, goes off the top of the glove of Boone Chevy. So, goes to 3-0. So right now, I think if I'm Boone, I'm just give me a fastball down low. Want to keep it low because he's been missing everything up and up, and there we go. Just set the tone, 3-1. Now you got confidence in that breaking ball. Regroup. Throws that one down in the dirt, and that winds up going up and over the backstop. So not really a leadoff walk, but second batter does come back to get a walk. Thacker been making the pitchers work, but I guess, that's that old catcher mentality. That'll bring in the number 9 hitter, second baseman Brian Rattone. Cannon comes out firing, gets strike 1 on the first pitch, a foul away. Looks like Ret1, R-E-T-O-N-E, Rattone. Here's the next pitch from Carr. Had the runner, had him picked off, had him out there in no man's land. Chevy fires to first, but Thacker does get back in time. There was a strike on that as he did go after the pitch, so it is 0-2 with 1 out. So how about this? How about just now that you really taking the sack bunt out of his hands, just get the ground ball double play and let's be done with this. Or you get the strikeout on the backwards K and have to find another batter.
He likes to do it the hard way there, Matt.
There you go. That'll bring in the leadoff hitter, Logan Miller. 1 for 2 on the day, has a single and has a fly out to right. Cannon Carr does have a man on base right now over there at first. Ball's taken outside. Vikings 7 runs on 5 hits. Roadrunners 1 run on 3 hits. The big blow, though, that grand slam by Jack Shanahan back in the first inning. That 6-run first inning, and then after that, we've only tacked on 1 more after that. So since the first inning, it's a 1-1 ball game. There's a chopper to third. Long throw all the way across by Colby Ott. Great play over there to end the inning. That will take us now to the bottom of the 5th with the Vikings up 7-1. This is Vikings Baseball Livestream STL.
Guys, I've always wanted to ask you this since you're both pitchers. What's your favorite pitch? It's a fastball? Okay, I know. It's a curveball. No? Okay, well, what's your favorite pitch?
Oh, yeah. Spitball.
The Main Street Sports Show. You never know what we're going to throw at you.
Hello, baseball fans. Jeff, Case and Bucks, Jefferson College, good friends. Go team. Come hang out, Case and Bucks. We've got the games this weekend in regionals on our TV, not TVs, but on a TV here. Hopefully we'll get a couple more going with some Rokus and some Fire Sticks. Come hang out, have some pizza, have some wings, cheer on your team for a win. See y'all soon.
Main Key Realty is community. Our agents inspire us, our neighbors inspire us, you inspire us. Are you looking to buy, sell, rent, invest, or join? Let us be the main key to your real estate needs. We are located on Festus Main Street in Cape Girardeau, or meet one of our agents in the Lake of the Ozarks. If you have any questions, please give us a call at 636-937-7727 or visit our website, mainkey.net. Go team!
Jack Matashek lead off the bottom of the fifth for the Vikings. Ray Hallbrook producing today. Matt Bates here with you at Dave Oster Field, where right now the Vikings trying to put up a few more runs as it's a 7-1 ball game. Get 4 more here, you get that 10 runs after 5, and we can call it a day. Matashek takes that one down. Takes that one off, gives a little flip back on, goes the lid. 1-2 the count. Masher 1 for 2. Had a double back in the first. And there's a little handcuff job off the fists and out of play. Still 1-2. So where do the Vikings go after this, Mr. Ray?
They will take a trip if they win this one or tomorrow. Either one. Swing and a miss. And
be a catcher, strikeout 2-3 once again. Yes, sir.
They will punch their ticket to Joplin for the Region 16 tournament. We do not have any details other than they'll be out there sometime next week.
But it's a moot point if they take care of business now.
Correct.
Then you win and move on. Curveball taken.
I think
for
that's
a strike.
That's definitely the MO right now. Win and move on.
That should be Heston Gray up here at the plate. It is. He flares that one down the line and right. Just foul. And it'll put him quickly 0-2 with 1 out already. I know we're in the bottom of the fifth. I mean, are we? I was just going to say, what are we? Not even an hour and a half into this thing.
We're an hour and 19 minutes.
There's a curveball at the letters, strung through. Second time Heston Gray goes down today. 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, but has been on with a walk. But that brings up Riker Harrington with nobody on and 2 outs. Zach Butenschulte settling down. There's a line out to, it's going to wind up being the center fielder on that one to end the inning. So a quick 1-2-3 by Butenschulte. No runs, no hits, nobody left on base. And we are going to head to the top of the 6th with the Vikings up 7-1. This is Vikings Baseball Livestream STL.
The Jefferson County Tourism Commission invites you to explore the natural beauty, fine dining, parks, wineries and breweries, scenic drives, historic sites, and even a local raceway. All this and so much more. All these things can be found right here in Jefferson County, Missouri. Plan your trip today at visitjeffersoncounty.com, the main source for all things Jefferson County.
Mama's on the Hill, home of the original toasted ravioli. For reservations, gift cards, and banquet and catering inquiries, contact them at 314-776-3100, located at 2132 Edwards in St. Louis, Missouri. Check them out on the web on mamasonthehill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive holiday offers. Call a RE/MAX Best Choice agent today. RE/MAX is located in over 110 countries. Their full-time agents can service your real estate needs from the big city to small rural towns or across the world. Call today and we will transfer you to an agent who services your area. 636-931-7272 or check us out on the web at www.remaxbestchoice.com.
Back here at Dave Osterfield, Vikings up 7-1, and up for the visiting State Fair Roadrunners. You're going to have your number 2 hitter, Devin Wright, leading off, the lefty playing right field. They will have 2, 3, and 4 up, so they want to try to put something together. That's the right mix to have up there. Devin Wright, Carter Jenkins, Sam Russo. Back on the hill, Cannon Carr starts him off with a ball up top, 1-0. Kick things off here in the top of the 6th, and there's a strike over, 1-1. Once again, I mean, who knew we'd be in another dogfight in this game, because now we're looking for, getting player of the game. Trying to line that up. There's a shot out to center field. Servo handles that one, but I think once again, I mean, right now, you could flip a coin between, Shanahan and his grand slam, and you look at the job being done by Carr out here today, where normally it doesn't fall into place where you have co-MVP or player of the game both times, but as they say, how do you prove me wrong? In steps Carter Jenkins, who is 1 for 2 today. Grounded back to the pitcher his last time up, singled his first time up. Carr starts him off with a strike and throws one in the dirt. A nice block by Boone Chevy behind the dish once again. When you're not calling the catcher's name a whole lot, when the pitcher's out there, he's hitting his targets, being effective. Not that we always expect an easy day behind the dish, but, I mean, when I'm putting down the digits underneath there or hitting you up on the pitch comm and, everything falls into place, I mean, I'll get you a cold one after the game. There's a grounder over to Hunter Sherman. Puts that one over at first. There's a ground out there for out number 2, and that will be Mr. Russo. So 2, 3, and 4 looking to go 1, 2, 3. Number 2, Sam Russo, the left fielder today. He is 0 for 2. He too has also grounded out to the pitcher as well. Grounded out to the second baseman his first time up. Grounded out to Cannon Carr his next time up. Here's the next. Blew that right by him. Little 92 octane up around the letters. He couldn't hit that, so a little science involved here. Something tells me I'll throw another heater at that spot. Lefty's not going to be able to keep up with it at that level. And why people keep messing around with pitches in and they go breaking ball to get the eyes moving, but the science is if you can't handle that 92 mile an hour at that certain level, take it up a little bit above that, he's still not going to catch up to it. Was able to put a little poke on that one as Carr comes down in the zone a little bit. One and two, 2 outs already. Quickly quick work by Carr this inning. Another one flared out. Watch out behind you, coming in hot off the netting.
Sometimes the way that ball caroms off the netting, it can be lethal.
Don't want to dent the grape.
You don't want no lobotomy.
No. Here's the next. Up and away, 2-2 now. 2-2, 2 outs. Just put that thing up around the letters and be done with it. Deuces wild. 2-2, 2 outs. Cannon Carr to number 2, and we'll do it again. Once again, opponent's only batting .259 against the Vikings. So if you can't get them on the strikeout, have them just, put the ball in play, and there's up and tight. Finally gets the strikeout we were calling for. So they go down 1-2-3 in their top of the 6th. Vikings come up the bat, up 7-1. This is Vikings Baseball Livestream STL.
Opening day for the Hillsboro Farmers Market is May 10th from 3:30 to 6 p.m. located at Hillsboro School, Bridle Ridge Acres. Stop by and check out the vendors. Farm Bureau Nicole Girardi Agency in Hillsboro is proud to support the local farmers and small businesses. Give them a call at 636-797-5800 for any of your insurance needs and let us see how we can help you today.
Office Source is a local independent provider of office equipment with certified technicians that can service your HP, Canon, Kyocera, Brother, and Lexmark machines. We also specialize in furniture design and space planning, along with white glove professional installation. While you're here, choose from over 50,000 items in our general office supply online catalog that will be delivered the next day to your local office throughout the 48 United States. Located in Fenton at 719 Rudder Road, we look forward to working with you. Contact Stacy to get your company set up today.
Sub-regional Saturday, best of 3, live stream STL, along with Ray Hallbrook. Matt Bates here with you at Dave Oster Field as the Jefferson Vikings looking to finish off the State Fair Roadrunners, take care of business as the current MCCAC champs. And they're 17-9 now, conference record. Leadoff hitter, Boone Chevy. They're looking to add on to that. But once again, coming into today, 9-9 at home. Now they're 10-9. And be nice to finish off a homestand with 2 quick wins and move on to that regional play. Buschenschulte back out there once again. Chevy looking to go for the cheap seats out there. Comes up empty, works the count to 1-1. 7 runs on 5 hits, but once again, after that 6-run first inning, kind of cooled off just a touch, and Mr. Buschenschulte has worked in and out of trouble and navigated his way now into pitching into the bottom of inning number 6 after only giving up 1 more run after that. Vikings have had runners on base. They've been knocking, but nobody's answered the door at home. Once again, got that watch party over at Case and Bucks, just winging it over there with owner Jeff Fitter. Thank you once again. Airing both those games. Pizza, wings, grab you a half-pound burger while you're over there, drinks. CaseandBucksBarnhart.com. Chevy with a full count right now. Stays alive with that one. And once again, they are open till 1 a.m. and their kitchen's open till 10 tonight. Got 2 guys over here kind of nodding our heads like they're thinking about winging it. The more we keep talking about it. There's a grounder by Chevy, almost eats up the first baseman, but nice job over there by Carter Jenkins to corral that, and he takes that unassisted over at first. And so that is how the bottom of the 6th rolls on with Chevy with a ground out to the first baseman, and this brings up masher of the game right now, number 38, Jack Shanahan, who hit that grand slam back in the first. He attacks the first one. That's going to go almost caught. What an effort over there by Jenkins. So right now, I mean, give the guy credit. You know, any out that they can get to, you know, bring up the next guy. He gave it an effort over there. Shanahan with the grand slam back in the first. Then he walked. So 1 for 1 has been on base twice. 0-1 the count with a 1 out. There's a drive out to right. That is going to fall right in front of the right fielder, who didn't want to get dirty on that one.
It's first hit in a little while there, hasn't it, man?
It has been. I was just getting ready to look that up. The last hit was Boone Chevy back in the bottom of the third, so that was essentially 1, 2. 9 had been set down, at least before the last hit. That'll bring in Hunter Sherman. Second baseman is 0 for 2, and I was just about to say, I don't think he can end an inning to where he lead off the inning once again, but if he hits into a double play, that would be a neat little trick. He ended the first inning, and he ended the third inning. He is here in the 6th with 1 out and 1 on. And fouls that one back and out, 0-2. Little banter here between me and you, Mr. Hallbrook, real quick. But if you, what's your thoughts on somebody calling a grand slam home run?
Well,
I mean, since it is redundant, right?
Both,
because it's the only way you can get that.
Yeah.
So, and there's one down in the dirt. So, with first base occupied, nobody can run. So Sherman strikes out, doesn't hit into the double play to end the inning. So flips it back over to the top of the lineup and Joe Servo. So,
I mean, to answer your question, call it what you will, but it's all correct. I mean, you know.
In theory, yes, but that's the only way you can get a grand slam.
Right.
Is to, it's not like
we're not talking about tennis, you know.
Correct. Because the only way you can get a grand slam is to hit it over the wall. You can't have a grand slam ground ball.
Correct. Although that would be kind of a cool feat if that would happen. Don't know how you could call that. But
I was gonna. I just left it. Sometimes you just don't poke that dog.
I'm going to leave that there, right there, for you to think about.
We'll leave it right there.
Rest of the game.
I mean, okay, so we'll probably have people texting, tweeting in, giving us their thoughts. Because I mean, you could have a grand slam inside the park home run.
You could.
But
there's your answer.
But it would still be a grand slam.
Correct. And it would still be a home run.
Correct. And there's a wild pitch that'll send Shanahan down to second. See?
I make you think, don't I?
You do.
Good old fun at the ballpark here.
Deuces wild to Joe Servo. Single, a hit by pitch, struck out his last time up back in the 4th. Here he is with deuces. Oh, once again, I mean, foul that straight off the front of Bennett Thacker's
That's
mask.
happened 2 or 3 times today.
I know. Along with the 48 balls that have been bounced up and hit him. Thacker earning his keep back there in the stripes behind the dish today for the Road Runners. 2-2 pitch to Servo. He's going to serve one out to right. Foul. It's almost like if Servo could open up that stance just a touch towards the third base side. Everything just seems to be going off to the right. If he could just turn and just open that up a little bit. Strikes out looking.
Wow.
And that will be the 3rd out of the inning as he goes down.
He's been thrown out of the game. Servo has been. How about that?
And on that note, it is still a 7-1 ball game. This is Vikings baseball on Livestream STL.
Drives the baseline. Shots no good. Rebounds put up and down. Lead from 10. No good. Rebound. Takes it from 18. Count it, Monty Vogel. Good shot. Flames for 3. Count it. All alone, Alfonso Cotton puts it down. And we're tied.
We're back. You ready?
Health Facilities Rehab for physical, occupational, and speech therapy, sports medicine, industrial medicine, aquatic therapy, and women's health. Located in Sykeston at 1102 Sykes Avenue, give them a call at 573-471-5755 or in Portageville at 301B East 1st Street at 573-379-2833. Check their website out at hfrehab.com.
Guys, I've always wanted to ask you this since you're both pitchers. What's your favorite pitch? It's a fastball? Okay, I know. It's a curveball. No? Okay, well, what's your favorite pitch?
Oh, yeah.
Spitball.
The Main Street Sports Show. You never know what we're going to throw at you.
Back here at Dave Osterfield, so if you're keeping score at home, I will update you with all the information you need to know right now. So with the ejection of Servo, second baseman Hunter Sherman is going to go out to play center field. Colby Ott is going to go from third to second. And Trevor Quick is going to enter the game, and he's going to take over at third. But essentially, Quick is going to replace Servo in the batting lineup as he will be the number one hitter. But not to digress too much, we are back for the top of the seventh, and back out on the hill goes Cannon Carr for his seventh inning of work, tossing a one-run three-hitter right now. Just misses again outside, so the count is now evened up at 2-2. So, Mr. Ray, I think just kind of losing your cool a little bit after the second strikeout.
You know,
and
it happens.
Again, and this is just, us two broadcasters chatting about that, but, when you got that high competitive motor, sometimes, you think you can get that benefit of the doubt, don't get it, and
right.
But you know what? If you're Bush and Schulte, you're taking advantage of, still, you go outside. How far can I go? Umpire rings him up, and Servo said I'd had enough of that, just like Cannon Carr said I've had enough of Mr. Webb up there at the plate, and sends him packing.
Designated hitter John Greenwood.
So that's technically his second strikeout in a row, as he ended the inning with Russo going down on strikes, and that will send up their designated hitter John Greenwood. This is just going to do some quick math here because it's not really polite to do it all on the air here, but I've got officially 8 strikeouts for Cannon Carr right now. Throws about low 90s, about 92, 93, and he's still popping the mid out there. Fence post across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. There's a whack out into the gap, and nobody's going to catch that. And nobody is going to catch that as it clears the deck as Greenwood hits his 8th home run of the season. And that is now a 7-2 ball game. Once again, Mr. Ray not tacking on any runs after that 6-run first, you did get one in the third, but you have not put anything up, and that is now a 7-2 game.
Now you start thinking, hey, you know what? That 10-0 game, you got to put that out of your mind here. It's 7-2. Let's finish the game here. You got a few more innings left.
They're just not going to go quietly into that good night. And, you know, Carr's doing everything he can on his end and within his control to be like, guys, here's what we got. Definitely will tell you, I'd like to have that pitch back. Chevy will tell you the same thing. We thought we agreed on the same thing. And, you know, Greenwood, again, I mean, he's not your best masher on the team. You know, you came after him and you got burnt. But that doesn't mean you got all these bullets left in the chamber to mess with.
Right.
So this is Downey, Conlon Downey, number 21. Now it's a 7-2 ball game. He's going to promptly swack one out to right, and that's going to be caught, though, by Riker Harrington for the second out. Downey 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts, so we'll take that. But that brings in Bennett Thacker, who, catcher, he's been working hard at the dish, and he's been working hard behind the plate. 0 for 1, but he does have a walk and has been on base, which, by and large, for the Roadrunners today, I mean, that's been the few and the proud. I'm telling you right now, he's earned his paycheck today. Bennett Thacker, catcher for the Roadrunners. 2 outs. Curveball spins up there. That'll even the count at 1-1. Might be wanting to just take a peek at some of these pitches coming in as he does finally get the break on that one. I was going to say, you know, sun's poking out, the humidity's out there, you know, get that hand a little sweaty. Can lose the feel on some of those, but there's a difference between the hand being just wet and losing it. That goes down and away. That evens the count at 2-2. See if we can find how many pitches Mr. Carr is at here after this inning. But I would dare say that, you know, if you can get him out of this, you know, it could be on the table to get him out of here. Full count now, 3-2, as that one's up in the zone. So it is now 2 runs on 4 hits. Again, not a, you know, numbers don't jump right off at you there as he's getting 2 taxed. Call that could have gone either way, and that will be a walk now to Bennett Thacker, his second one of the day. So another free pass, and this one coming with 2 outs. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Brian Rattone, who, quite frankly, between me and you, let's come after him, and it looks like we might have that change. Or think we're changing, or is that just a mound visit?
Take a look. We'll take a look. It's probably a mound visit, I would think. And give him a little shout and a little check in on how he's doing.
But I totally agree with your point earlier about, like, you got to put that first game behind you, because it's, I know when you jumped out of that 6-0 lead thinking it's just going to be this easy, but when you can't keep adding on to that to still keep building that mentality, you know, the Roadrunners, again, aren't going quietly, and it took getting 1, and now they've gotten another one. They're making this a little more interesting. But if you come right after Mr. Rattone right here, and you do, 0-1, and I'm quite certain that's what that visit was about. It's coming up, 217. And Rattone 10 for 46. I mean, he has 3 doubles and a triple, but 10 hits on the year. And he promptly shoots one off and away, out to left. So you now have runners on first and second, and things are just now getting a little bit more interesting than pretty much any of the Vikings wanted this to get, because now you flip back to the top of the lineup, and Logan Miller, the center fielder, coming up. who was 1 for 3 on the day.
And here we go. I think we have to go Pulley Mountain at this time. Zach Bone comes out. We'll have a pitching change here.
Probably thought if you could get through him, get out of the inning like we were talking about. But with the pitching change, we're going to step aside with a 7-2 lead right now. This is Vikings Baseball on Livestream STL.
At Jefferson College, community is an important part of who we are and what we do.
We experience community as it unites us in our work and activities.
We reflect community through an annual day of service as we give back to those we serve.
We feel community knowing we're part of something greater than ourselves.
Our campus community is stronger than ever, and we realize community cannot exist without unity.
Hello, baseball fans. Jeff, Case and Bucks, Jefferson College, good friends, go team. Come hang out, Case and Bucks. We've got the games this weekend in regionals on our TV, not TVs, but on a TV here. Hopefully we'll get a couple more going with some Rokus and some Fire Sticks. Come hang out, have some pizza, have some wings, cheer on your team for a win. See y'all soon.
Opening day for the Hillsboro Farmers Market is May 10th from 3:30 to 6 p.m. located at Hillsboro School, Bridle Ridge Acres. Stop by and check out the vendors. Farm Bureau Nicole Girardi Agency in Hillsboro is proud to support the local farmers and small businesses. Give them a call at 636-797-5800 for any of your insurance needs and let us see how we can help you today.
So that is number 25. That is Jared Hughes entering the ball game. That will be his 13th appearance for the 3-1 Jared Hughes and his 1.73 ERA. 36 strikeouts to go with 13 walks, so almost a 3-to-1 ratio there on your strikeout to walk ratio. But he promptly breaks off a curveball there to their leadoff hitter, Logan Miller. That one goes down in the dirt. Nice block by Boone. 2-0 the count, but there are 2 runners on base with 2 out as Carr goes 6 2/3 innings, 8 strikeouts, 2 walks, but he is responsible for the 2 out there on the base right now. And so Hughes going to see what he can do to limit the damage and get out of this and give his buddy a handshake heading back to the dugout. But right now, 2-0 the count. Here's the next from Hughes. Breaks that one off. Now comes back to the count, 2-1, so gets that first strike in there, so a chance to just decompress now, just work with Boone. Comes set. Does give the runner at second a little bit of a look, and that is smashed out into the gap, out in right. That's going to go to the wall. That's going to score 1. That is going to score 2, so both the runners come around to score, Inherited. So that is now a 7-4 ball game as all 4 of those runs will be charged to Cannon Carr for the day, but that is a big double right there.
Unfortunate situation here for Hughes, but
exactly, but again, when you just keep letting a team claw their way back into it and not putting the dagger in them when you've had the chances to do it. That's why I say just on paper, you know, at 18-31 coming into the game where the road runners, they weren't just going to lay down because you're the MCC AC champs.
Right.
Because you're coming in today only 9-9 at home. Can we sneak one? And if you're a Roadrunner fan right now, this is number 8 at the plate. That is Devin Wright, but he is now 0-2. Big 2-run double. So now it's about powering through to the finish. It's not the 10 runs after 5 or the 8 after 7. It's now there's a strikeout, and that will end the inning. Now we just got to go to protect mode, and we will head to the bottom of the 7th right now with the score now 7-4 in favor of the Vikings. This is Vikings Baseball Live Stream STL.
Colby Ott, Festus, Missouri.
Heston Gray, Mansfield, Missouri. Jack Mashak, Kirkwood, Missouri. Jaden Gegg, St. Jim, Missouri.
Riker Harrington, Republic, Missouri. Trevor Quick, St. Louis, Missouri.
Boone Chevy from Springfield, Missouri.
Jacob Retchen, Jeff City, Missouri.
Dale Stewart, Woolard, Missouri.
Jared Hughes, Republic, Missouri.
Luke Nichols, Bell City, Missouri.
Joe Dasho from St. Louis, Missouri.
Hey Dalen, check this out. It says right here, your father and I are second cousins. We're related.
Well, if that's the case, you owe me a graduation present.
Very funny.
At least you can say you're related to an all-conference and all-district baseball player. How does that feel?
I will admit, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Hey Dalen.
Yeah?
At least you could say you're related to a famous sports media person. What's that like?
I wouldn't know. But I do know to watch the Main Street Sports Show on Livestream STL.
The Main Street Sports Show, shining a light in Jefferson County.
Very funny.
Matt Bates, Ray Hallbrook back here with you as things have got a little interesting. It's a 3-run ball game right now, 7-4. 7-4, good buddy. Colby Ott, first pitch swinging, sends one out. So 1 pitch, 1 out. And that's the way the bottom of the 7th is going to roll along. Could have maybe made the pitcher work just a little bit after putting up 3 runs in that last inning, but comes out first pitch swinging and giving the Roadrunners every little bit of life. Not what the doctor ordered on that. There's a breaking ball, spins in under the hands of Ian Tomasi for a ball, who is 0 for 3 on the day today. Fly out, line out to short, ground out to short. There's another spinner up top. And pretty sure coach is just over there. If you're Judd Kendall, just, keep doing what you're doing over there, Mr. Bush and Schulte, and because nobody's really throwing. I mean, they've probably got an arm up and ready to a point, but nobody really seems to be in any degree of urgency. Here's the next. That is taken inside for a leadoff walk. No, I'm sorry, 1 out walk.
Next up, it's the left fielder, Jack.
So that will, hold on a second. Here we go.
Gotta get the groove back, right? Getting that groove back.
There you go.
Takes me back.
You are a little bit older than I am, sir.
Not really. Probably not, actually. We'll have to check each other's birthdays after the game.
Well, I mean, mine's here at the end of the month.
So I am just a little bit older than you.
Just a young pup here. Ray's already turned 51. Mr. Medley's flipped the digits to 51. Yeah. And there I sit, still at the Hawaii 5-0.
Lordy.
But not to digress, I probably got more back surgeries combined and all that other good stuff. But anyway.
It all comes out the wash, right?
It does. There's another strike taken, 1 and 2. Actually, I'm turning 62 this year.
Oh, man. That's how your body feels, at least?
Well, that the very first images I got back from my back took to the neurosurgeon. He was like, if I didn't know any better, I'd swear you sitting in front of me, you should be about like 84 and smoke 2 packs a day.
Oh, man.
So that didn't really sit too well. I'm like, what are you telling me? He was like, well, we need to get you to like 72, not 42, before we look to do any stents and all that good stuff.
Right.
But again, enough of that. Matashek.
Good battle here.
Fouls one off.
He's fouled two and a half of those off there to the right side. And sometimes good hitters will find a way to bait the pitcher and they pitch him what he really wants. Let's see if that happens here.
I'm going to tell you right now, he reminds me a lot of Edmonds up at the plate. Another one smashed foul.
Keep hitting me inside. I'll just keep fouling it off.
But I know because we do a number of games for a number of different teams, but back to Herculaneum, some of the games we've done, watching Dylan Black there at the plate, and I was trying to think, who is that? That is Joey Votto. The little choke up on the bat, and there's just not a good place to pitch him either. But 2-2 is the count here to Jack Matashek, who struck out, was thrown out by the catcher, grounded out to the second baseman, and back in that first inning. Okay.
Plunks him in the leg.
Hey, and you know what? Masher said, maybe this is what we need. Little vocal, let's go. Because now you got runners second and third, 1 out. First and second, 1 out. You got Heston Gray up at the plate now, who 0 for 2 with 2 Ks, but he had a walk back in the first. And if you're a road runner, what you didn't want to have is your pitcher missing location by the whole width of the plate. That goes past Thacker, back to the backstop, moves everybody up 1. But for those out on Mixler right now, both teams have 6 hits now. Vikings 7 runs on 6 hits. Roadrunners 4 runs on 6 hits. Now you have second and third and 1 out. Gray, they appeal. They were going to go down to first, but that umpire is over at second. So basically he's got the same vantage point as what the home plate umpire does, so that's almost really kind of a moot point. Boy, if you could just fight one off and just go in between first and second. Tried to, flailed at it, misses that one, so it's 2 balls, 1 strike. Infield is playing in now at the edge of the grass. They weren't doing that at, 7-0. Make it 7-4, they are now. Some big runs out here. Taken just a bit outside. Buchenschulte's been, boy, oh boy. I'll tell you what, I'd take him on my team if I was playing darts, though. I mean, he's hitting the corners. You need that 13, boom, he'll nail it. He is just setting them right there. Here's the next, 3-1. Down in the dirt, and that is a walk drawn. You know what, when you've been fighting it at the plate a little bit, I'll take that second walk, says Heston Gray. So, doctor. Boy, oh boy, you talk about a big part of the ball game right now. And the one guy that's been pretty much mashing the ball most of the day, your right fielder, Riker Harrington, has a hit, 1 for 2 today, but has scored 2 runs. Well, he had it loaded, but took it up a little too high, 1-0. Well, if you wanted to end the day for Buchenschulte, this might be the batter that could do it right here. So sacks are loaded. Harrington just shaved off on that, and that is going to be an out to the third baseman over there.
Now coming to the plate, the catcher, Boone Chevy.
So, well, let's see if we can get some of that Chevy salsa here. Boone Chevy strike out a single and an unassisted ground out to the first baseman. Just put the ball in play, should equate to a run or two. Once again, I think another pitcher here where, you know, get him through the inning and they might look to change it up, and this could probably be his last batter, but, you know, Chevy needs to make him pay for it. Sees the first one up high, so it's 1-0. Here comes Buchenschulte set again. Drops that curveball in there.
Good late movement there.
Truthfully, can't blame Boone for giving up on it when he did. I wouldn't have wanted any part of that either. And Buchenschulte gets the benefit of the call on that one, so it's 1-1. That one goes in. Thought that hit him, but gets away from Thacker. No harm, no foul.
That right there, you hope doesn't come back to bite you.
And you know what? That is, I'm sorry, number 14 in the ballgame. That's Christian Whiting. Just saw number on the back of him, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not a 10. There's Chevy with a grounder. Oh, first baseman almost stumbles, does get it to the pitcher. That goes 3-1, and that almost turned disastrous for the Roadrunners, but third out of the inning is made after there was some pop and hop on the bases, but it's still a 7-4 lead for the Vikings as we head to the top of the 8th. This is Vikings Baseball Livestream STL.
Hey, Dalen, check this out. It says right here, your father and I are second cousins. We're related.
Well, if that's the case, you owe me a graduation present.
Very funny.
At least you can say you're related to an all-conference and all-district baseball player. How does that feel?
I will admit, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Hey, Dalen.
Yeah?
At least you could say you're related to a famous sports media person. What's that like?
I wouldn't know. But I do know to watch the Main Street Sports Show on Livestream STL.
The Main Street Sports Show, shining a light in Jefferson County.
Very funny.
Main Key Realty is community. Our agents inspire us, our neighbors inspire us, you inspire us. Are you looking to buy, sell, rent, invest, or join? Let us be the main key to your real estate needs. We are located on Festus Main Street in Cape Girardeau, or meet one of our agents in the Lake of the Ozarks. If you have any questions, please give us a call at 636-937-7727 or visit our website, mainkey.net. Go team!
Mama's on the Hill, home of the original toasted ravioli. For reservations, gift cards, and banquet and catering inquiries, contact them at 314-776-3100, located at 2132 Edwards in St. Louis, Missouri. Check them out on the web on mamasonthehill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive holiday offers.
I'm Scott Seek, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll create a personalized financial strategy backed by our advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track no matter what happens. Contact me today at 636-937-8081. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Top of the 8th. Sends up number 17, Carter Jenkins, the first baseman. Once again, Connor Erlingwine, Lane Axtetter, Zane Roos up here in the box with us. Ray Hallbrook producing. Matt Bates here with you. Dave Osterfield in Hillsboro, Missouri, home of Jefferson College and the Jefferson College Vikings, and home of a one ball, one strike count by Mr. Jared Hughes in his second inning of work. There's a foul back. Boone Chevy almost tripped over his mask, comes back, and makes the catch.
Good play. Really weird play because it looked like it was going to be behind the plate, but ends up going in front of the plate.
And
little heroic acrobatics.
Could have used a little help from Hughes. But, you know, those pitchers, they want to stay out of harm's way.
Yep.
No.
You're on your own, buddy.
Don't
Sorry.
get me involved with that. I bruise easy. Look at Hughes. If he ain't 6'5", he's not getting that one. There's a chopper by Russo. That'll go 1-3. Nope. Love my pitchers. But the wind's not helping out today, so. And Boone just kind of dropped that mask right at his feet, and then when that wind blew it back, it was like, uh-oh. So the last thing I need to do is trip over that. Hughes comes right back, fires one in right underneath the hands. There's a strike. So evens the count at 1-1, and that is the shortstop, number 3, Adam Webb.
That was a good pitch on the corner there. Oof.
Darn tootin'. No Webb gems today from Adam. He's 0 for 3 at the plate. 1-2 with 2 outs right now, and Hughes serves up a single straight up the box. Handled by Hunter Sherman out there in center field. 2-out hit. Once again, though, just, you know, anytime you get a runner on base now, it's just you're just giving them a sniff. Brings up the designated hitter, John Greenwood. Sees the first one for a ball with 2 outs. Hughes just bearing in on the inside. Fouls that one off. Once again, Greenwood, last time up, he hammered one for a home run. Check swing. Anybody want to appeal it? That second base call on the appeal has been a ball all day. No swing. 2-1 the count. Here comes Seth Hughes. Tip in, not able to be held on by Boone. Works the count, deuces wild once again. 2-2, 2 out. All of a sudden, Road Runners, if you haven't looked at the scoreboard, are now out hitting the Vikings 7-6, but Vikings still leading where it matters most, 7 runs to 4. Here's Hughes, one more time, gets Greenwood on the strikeout. All right, if you want some more momentum, that's what you need to take you to the bottom of the 8th. Once again, it is a 3-run lead for the Vikings. This is Vikings Baseball Livestream STL.
Hello, baseball fans. Jeff, Case and Bucks, Jefferson College, good friends. Go team. Come hang out, Case and Bucks. We've got the games this weekend in regionals on our TV, not TVs, but on a TV here. Hopefully we'll get a couple more going with some Rokus and some Fire Sticks. Come hang out, have some pizza, have some wings. Cheer on your team for a win. See y'all soon.
The Jefferson County Tourism Commission invites you to explore the natural beauty, fine dining, parks, wineries and breweries, scenic drives, historic sites, and even a local raceway. All this and so much more. All these things can be found right here in Jefferson County, Missouri. Plan your trip today at visitjeffersoncounty.com, the main source for all things Jefferson County.
Glass Blocks of St. Louis is a local family-owned company and employs trained professionals who will provide prompt, courteous, and professional service. We use no subcontractors for our glass block installations. We have a qualified office staff that will assist you from the beginning of your glass block project and trained installers that will complete your project in a timely manner. Serving St. Louis since 1912, call our office for a quote, 314-371-5500, or visit our offices at 1253 East Road in St. Louis. Glass Blocks of St. Louis. Opening day for the Hillsboro Farmers Market is May 10th from 3:30 to 6 p.m. located at Hillsboro School, Bridle Ridge Acres. Stop by and check out the vendors. Farm Bureau Nicole Girardi Agency in Hillsboro is proud to support the local farmers and small businesses. Give them a call at 636-797-5800 for any of your insurance needs and let us see how we can help you today.
Andrew Brackenseek draws the straw for the Roadrunners here in the bottom of the 8th. And goes off the tip of the catcher's mitt right there. 3-5 on the year with a 6.35 ERA, 25 Ks to 17 strikeouts, and just a little under 40 innings of work. So 50 hits in the process. So again, numbers are the numbers. You got to take advantage of it. 7-4 is the score. Again, the Vikings now being out hit 7-6. And looks like they appealed.
But it was a ball.
Okie doke. Once again, got the pillar of faith right here, and I couldn't tell. So it's now a 2-1 count. And that'll now even the count at 2-2, as that is Jack Shanahan hit the grand slam back in the first. The Vikings were well on their way, but Roadrunner said, not so fast. But Shanahan's gone on after the grand slam, got on with a walk, and then in the 6th, hit a single. So 2 for 2 with a walk and 4 RBI. Little too much action by Thacker back there in order for that to be called a strike. I think if he had just kept it where it was at, just squeezed it, might have gotten that call, but it goes to 3-2. And that ball's taken high, and quite honestly, it looks like Yanucci Choi might be back there behind the plate. That looks like number 18 is Thacker's day is done, as that is number 18. Behind the plate, Yanucci Choi. And that pitch is outside for number 17. That is Hunter Sherman. Well, hopefully in this situation, the hunter is not the hunted. Here we go. Squares around, pulls it back. Must not have been at the letters. That'll go to 2-0. Shanahan over there at first base. Squares around again. Ball put down. Nice job. Almost beat that out, but does get the runner over to second like he needed to. So good job by Sherman. Get the sack. And that'll take us to the top of the lineup. And now the replacement for the ejected Joe Servo, seeing his first at-bat for the day, Trevor Quick, number 13. So Trevor, exactly 100 at-bats coming in, 28 hits, so that's a 280 average. Boy, talk about the quick math on that. 28 hits, 2 doubles, and a dinger. 30 strikeouts to 20 walks. Wow, Whitting just must have been inside. But does have a runner in scoring position here, does Mr. Quick, which, once again, last time I checked, adding more runs on to what you have is not a bad thing. Here's the next from Whiting. Nope, nope, nope. That is 43. That is Brackenseek. Andrew Brackenseek. I wonder if they have a pitcher that has less than 14 letters in their name.
Zepchinski. Scrabble.
And proceeds to paint the corner, goes 1 and 2. Trevor Quick now in a spot where to protect and serve. Protect the plate, serve one out and right, and everybody comes out happy. See what happens here. Here's Brackenseek. Checks, delivers. Curveball, and down goes Quick.
Now coming to the plate, number 6.
So that will bring in Colby out now with 2 outs. Colby hit by a pitch and then has now gone 0 for 3. But again, back in that first game, went 2 for 2 with 2 walks, scored 3 runs, and here we sit later in the day. Takes that one up. Apparently umpire has eliminated the letter high strike all of a sudden. Are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing on your other camera there, Mr. Ray?
A little bit. It is a little high.
Here's the next one from Brackenseek. Checks the runner at second. Takes that one in at the knees, does Colby Ott. Evens the count 1 and 1 with 2 outs. Again, still a 7-4 lead.
A lot of these sophomores, this is one of the, could be possibly some of their last at bats here at Jefferson College. Things stay the same.
There's a shot by Ott out into the gap. That is gonna get down and off the wall. And into second with a double goes Colby Ott. Around to score comes Shanahan. Big 2 out double. Big 2 out double by Colby Ott. Brings in Cole Iantomasi, the designated hitter. Walked his last time up. Now makes the score 8-4. Takes that one inside under the hands for ball 1. So 8-4 is the score. Both teams with 7 hits on the day. Here in your sub-regionals, your Saturday sub-regionals on live stream STL. Once again, thank you to everybody on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Everybody out there on Mixler, Mixler.com as well too. Thank you very much. Again, Matt Bates and Ray Hallbrook here with you. And looks like a little conversation here between coaches and Ian Tomasi. And you know what? Back to answer a trivia question that we had earlier in game 1, there is a pitch clock, Ray. Was talking to one of the players up here earlier, and they do have 20 seconds to get the pitch delivered.
Huh.
Even though the clock's not posted, it is kept internally.
I'm wondering if it's being religiously tracked.
The answer to that is yes, too.
Interesting.
That was because it was one of the pitchers conversing with me.
Interesting. So it will be sooner than later.
Yes. There's a shot by Cole. That'll bring in 1. Play at the plate. No, the ball's thrown wide. Colby Ott comes around to score. On the single by Ian Tomasi out to right. Yes, sir.
We're going to have a pitching change here, it looks like. He's already signaled to the pin here. So.
Okay, so we'll step aside, see what all else has transpired, and we'll be back with more Vikings baseball on Livestream STL.
Arnold Athletic Association, serving the Jefferson County and St. Louis area since 1960. We afford the opportunity to every boy and girl who expresses a desire and proves their interest to play ball regardless of physical abilities. Also, we are here to instill the ideals of good sportsmanship, fair play, honesty, loyalty, and courage in the youth and parents who participate, as well as promote the games of amateur baseball and softball throughout the area. The Arnold Athletic Association can be found at www.arnoldathletic.com or follow us on Facebook or Instagram. Call a RE/MAX Best Choice agent today. RE/MAX is located in over 110 countries. Their full-time agents can service your real estate needs from the big city to small rural towns or across the world. Call today and we will transfer you to an agent who services your area. 636-931-7272 or check us out on the web at www.remaxbestchoice.com.
I'm Scott Seek, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. We'll create a personalized financial strategy backed by our advice, tools, and resources to help you reach your goals. And we'll partner to help your strategy stay on track no matter what happens. Contact me today at 636-937-8081. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
The Jefferson County Tourism Commission invites you to explore the natural beauty, fine dining, parks, wineries and breweries, scenic drives, historic sites, and even a local raceway. All this and so much more. All these things can be found right here in Jefferson County, Missouri. Plan your trip today at visitjeffersoncounty.com, the main source for all things Jefferson County.
Glass Blocks of St. Louis is a local family-owned company and employs trained professionals who will provide prompt, courteous, and professional service. We use no subcontractors for our glass block installations. We have a qualified office staff that will assist you from the beginning of your glass block project and trained installers that will complete your project in a timely manner. Serving St. Louis since 1912, call our office for a quote, 314-371-5500. Or visit our offices at 1253 East Road in St. Louis. Glass Blocks of St. Louis.
Matt Bates, Ray Hallbrook back here with you as that is Cole Ian Tomasi being pinch ran for by number 10. That is Jaden Gegg. And I really hate to break up Jack's music here, but on the mound now, pitching is number 4. That is Garrett Dotson, the sophomore, making his 9th appearance. 0-1, has a 2.70 ERA. Has 6 walks, 5 Ks, so see if Mash can just find him a fat one here, as Gegg is the responsibility of Breakenscheck. Drops over a curveball. Jack says, huh, look at the hump in that thing.
Good 12-6 curveball right there.
Throw over, and Gegg gets back. Not a bad idea, you know. Kid getting in there, has been sitting all day, and maybe catch him napping over there, and just like that, you're out of the inning. Mash busts one, and that gets past the first baseman, goes down into the corner. That's going to go all the way to the corner and stop Gegg. He's being waved around, and Mash is in there with a stand-up triple. So bring Gegg all the way around. Send Jack to third. So Jack with a double. Strikeout, a ground out, a hit by pitch, and now a triple. Now makes the score 10-4, good buddy. So it's a 6-run lead now. 2 more can make it that 8 after 7. here in baseball heaven. So you got Mash over at third now, so that could be an 11-4 ball game. That would be 7. You get Heston Gray here at the plate, send one in the gap, keep the wheels moving. As they say, you never know. But once again, you got a runner 90 feet away. You got to bring him home. Dotson comes set. That's whacked. That's back to the wall. That is up and caught. Thought there was a little more trouble on that one, but nope. As that is hauled in out there by the left fielder, and that will send us to the top of the 9th. Mr. Ray, 10-4, good buddy, as this is Vikings Baseball Livestream STL.
I think Main and Mill Brewing Company is basically something created on community, created on the idea that local pubs still exist and are a good place to be, not just for somebody looking for a beer, but for a family to come in and grab a bite to eat. The original business model that we had was making sure that we are a family hub. It's something we're proud of. I think the community's proud of it, and hopefully we can continue to make the community proud.
Mama's on the Hill, home of the original toasted ravioli. For reservations, gift cards, and banquet and catering inquiries, contact them at 314-776-3100, located at 2132 Edwards in St. Louis, Missouri. Check them out on the web on mamasonthehill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram for exclusive holiday offers. Opening day for the Hillsboro Farmers Market is May 10th from 3:30 to 6 p.m. located at Hillsboro School, Bridle Ridge Acres. Stop by and check out the vendors. Farm Bureau Nicole Girardi Agency in Hillsboro is proud to support the local farmers and small businesses. Give them a call at 636-797-5800 for any of your insurance needs and let us see how we can help you today.
Office Source is a local independent provider of office equipment with certified technicians that can service your HP, Canon, Kyocera, Brother, and Lexmark machines. We also specialize in furniture design and space planning, along with white glove professional installation. While you're here, choose from over 50,000 items in our general office supply online catalog that will be delivered the next day to your local office throughout the 48 United States. Located in Fenton at 719 Rudder Road, we look forward to working with you. Contact Stacy to get your company set up today.
So Colby Ott back at third base, and at second base will be Gegg, who came into the game to pinch run, and he scored. So Jaden Gegg out at second, and behind the dish, number 32, Kyle Richardson. Welcome to the game, Mr. Richardson. That'll be his 4th game of the season. Has the dubious honor of being 0 for 4 at the plate, but has an on-base percentage of .429. Because he has 3 walks as well. And speaking of walks, that is a leadoff walk to number 21. Not the way you want to start off the 9th inning. To Conlon Downey. So Hughes on 4 pitches. Trying to listen to Mr. Whitener down there try to pronounce his name as well too, but we're just going to go with Choi, and he promptly whacks one out to center field. That goes back up to the wall, and that goes off the top of the wall. And that will be a stand-up double for Choi, and all of a sudden, Mr. Ray, you got the walk, you have a double, and you now have runners at second and third, 2 out, and Hughes is like, what happened here?
Got him right where we want him, right?
So pinch hitter for Raton will be number 15. That is Nick Williams, the freshman, 2 for 15. Come right after him. So Williams seeing his first action here. Hughes just needs to rock and fire play catch with Richardson back there, and because he can pitch right here. Pump in 3 strikes, and we move on to the next. Breaks off a curveball for strike 1. So starting him off with the curve now, you can continue to back your way, or you can just come right after him. You can go backwards, forwards here. Little tighter slider. I'm telling you right now, somebody throws an 89-mile-an-hour slider at you.
Not a whole lot you can do with it.
Frozen pizza. So 0-2. Kind of have Mr. Williams at your mercy here right now, so don't mess around. Here's the pitch by Hughes. Breaks another one in, sends him down looking. And that'll flip you back to the top of the lineup in Logan Miller. You see Williams going back, he's just like, yeah, he just carved me up.
Yeah.
I mean, that was Thanksgiving ham and turkey right there, baby. So once again, runners at second and third now with 1 out. Logan Miller, though, been a bit of a threat today, going 2 for 4. Last at bat, had a big double. Keep these road runners hanging around. Hughes looking to stop the presses right here. But not like that, as he's missed on the second pitch now. It's 2-0. Actually, Richardson's not back in the game. Apparently it took Boone Chevy a while to get his equipment back on, so that is number 1 still back out there behind the dish. In between all the switches there, Mr. Ray, I do apologize for that. Apparently Richardson caught all the warm-up tosses, and they pulled the little switcheroo right there at the end.
Switcheroo on you there, boss.
Won't be the first time. Logan calls for a timeout, needs to reset the wheels, and just gives Hughes and Chevy a little more time to try to get on the same page, but that's going to be a 1-out walk to load the bases. Well, don't look now, but a grand slam makes this a 2-run ball game. And this has got to be exactly what Chevy's out there. He's just like, okay, settle it down, pump the gas, take a deep breath. You got bases loaded now. You can pitch off the windup.
Got to play at any base.
Got a double play anywhere you go. So keep the ball on the ground. If you want to pitch to contact, do so. We don't have to go for the strikeout every time.
I like that 1-2-3 double play possible.
But
6-4-3, 4-6-3.
Let's see how it unfolds here. The number 2 hitter, Devin Wright, the right fielder. Here's the first. Promptly swacked out into the gap. And we've got a play on that by Matashek. Sacrifice fly and an RBI.
Take that out for the run all day long, won't they?
Next up, it's the first base.
Well, I'll say yes reluctantly. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, because the way and where he put that at, that had a lot more danger on it than when that came off the bat. I thought that was a gapper, and
got some speed out there.
So winds up now being first and third now, as that would be Choi moving over to third, and that is Miller. Is number 17, Carter Jenkins, back in the box. I was going to say, it seems like the last couple innings, and truthfully, he was up in the 6th and was up in the 8th, and he's now up again in the 9th. It's like it seems every time I look up, Carter Jenkins is in the box. 1 pitch, foul tipped into the mid of Chevy. So here we go, 0-2, 2 strikes. Fans are on their feet. 10-5, Vikings up top. Hughes looking to put this into the books. Roadrunners looking to prolong the afternoon. Breaking ball taken inside. Just because you duck and move out of the way doesn't change the location of where it was at.
That's right.
Good night,
I like that pitch. I'd give him the same pitch again.
I don't know. I'd just buzz one around the letters and be done with it. Comes back, look like that slide piece again. 2-2, 2 outs. 2-1. Carter Jenkins singled way back in the first, but his last time up, he's the one to hit that foul out to Chevy. Pops the mitt down low, but works the count full.
Wow.
Well, so Hughes is messing around down in the zone, but can't find it down there. Jenkins, I think you could end his long day here. Just throwing some heat around the letters. Grounder to short. Up and over, and that is the ball game as Heston Gray makes the play. And that will end it. 10-5 is the score as the Vikings take both of them. We will step aside and, no, we're not. We're going to, no. What was I thinking?
Yeah, let's clear it up right now here. 10-5 our final score here. We will be looking to move along here with our coverage next week out in Joplin, Missouri. So if you're interested in sponsor with us, let me pull up the sponsor thing here real quick. There it is right there. Oop, no, it's not. Sponsor with us right there. There it is. 314-852-4398. Live stream STL at Outlook.com. But give us a call if you're interested in sponsor with us there as well. And we will get you hooked up for that. We'll be covering everything except for the last day, I believe, which will be the championship game because that is streamed out and
different agreement with
that. Different agreement with North Central. So, but we will be out there for day 1 and day 2, and once we have that particular information, we'll put that on our Facebook page and YouTube page and Twitter page and all that fun stuff. So
let's thank Jeff Fitter once again.
Yeah, Jeff, thank you so much, Jeff. Thanks, Jeff, and thank you to the parents as well that helped this week keep us on the air this week with the playoffs for today's games, both today's game 1 and game 2. And if you're interested in helping us next week as well, go ahead and give us a call. I know that there's a parent that's kind of heading that whole thing up, but
this is what it takes to get us to your place to put these games on.
That's what it does.
So once again, thank you to Jeff Fitter over at Case and Bucks. And Mr. Ray, I'll let you lead us home once again.
Absolutely. Final score 10-5. Jefferson College Vikings, they move on to the Region 16 championship next week out in Joplin, Missouri. For Ray Halbrook and Matt Bates, thanks so much for watching Vikings baseball on Livestream STL. We will see you hopefully next week. Have a great day. Thanks for watching today's broadcast. Any unauthorized use of this broadcast without the express written consent of Livestream STL is strictly prohibited.